Hey, everybody, what's going on? Normally, I would be doing a video on the Acolyte. However, due to some time restraints and things like that, I figured why not just go ahead and jump in and do a live stream on it. So it'd be kind of like doing a video. So if y'all haven't been watching, the Acolyte is the personal assistant to Harvey Weinstein, Leslie Headland's little brainchild. And I gotta tell you, it really sucks from a filmmaker standpoint. The script is poorly written. The character interaction between all of the characters really sucks. One critique I had of episode 3 that I didn't put in, that I'll put in now, $180 million budget, and these people could not find twins to play the twins. Seems very twin phobic to me, if you ask me. But then again, I mean, that's nothing new for this showrunner. Again, Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant during his bad years. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it. Bear with me. I want to make sure that about every 10 seconds or so, I do have to stop the video and make a comment. This way we get around the copyright. Hey, everybody, what's going on? So just give me 1 second. Here we are. Enjoy if you can. All right. That's pretty standard with Star Wars now, is that they all pretty much have this as their brand intro. Which I gotta tell you, I mean, I like the brand intro. And yes, by the way, this is a about 30-minute episode. Again, I will say that I do like the special effects, the graphics, things like that. Not bad. I think they could have done a little better, maybe make it a little bit more Star Wars-y, but it's all right. But for $180 million, people. There's our Wookiee Jedi, which I think the concept of a Wookiee as a Jedi is pretty good. So I won't harp on that too much. I mean, they overmarketed him so much, but, you know, if he comes out good, then hey, why not, right? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's his home. An abandoned ship, apparently. So again, special effects, things like that, not too bad. One part I did not quite understand, and I wish that they would have gone into better detail on this, are the different symbols inside of his house. Apparently, Wookiees like salads. So again, if you don't know, this symbol here in the middle is a symbol that is, or that was put onto May when she was transitioned by the Night Witches, the power of one, the power of many. You know, that bull crap. I'm sorry, power of one, power of two, the power of many. Who gives a shit? Of course, they stuck with the traditional Lucas wipes.
Keep each movement tight, yet subtle. Diminish areas of vulnerability.
So we will get back to this later. But Amandla Steinberg is the main character. This one right here. And she's not really a good actress, but I wouldn't say she's a horrible actress. You know, she'd be like a B-movie actress, which is fine. But my biggest critique on her is going to come later when we talk about the aftermath, or the Disney Lucas shill media and how they attack the fans. But in this series, she's all right. She has very limited emotional range, very limited body movement, things like that. So again, not would not be a top pick even for one of my B movies.
Ability. Maximize your defenses without need to strike.
I do like that they go into some of the philosophy here of the Jedi. I also like the fact that they show them actually training. Hint the sequels that sucked because they showed pretty much no training whatsoever. I do like that they show some of the training here. This girl here is the apprentice, and I actually like her. I think she does a pretty good job as the apprentice. She has a lot more growing up to do in the role, but otherwise, I think she does okay with it. I don't really care for how they made her species look. Um, I can't think of the name. They were like the Zygerians. In the Clone Wars, they were more feline. In this, she looks more aqua than what I would imagine.
That's our time. Dara, Rena, I want to see your opening stance before you leave.
Osha.
I came to say goodbye.
See, again, just note how the dialogue is. It's like Osha, and then a long ass pause. Then I came to say goodbye. Yeah, you couldn't have sped that along a little bit.
Not staying?
I've done what I needed to do.
Not to mention the cuts here. Osha is talking, and all we see is the reactionary of the Padawan. That's very, very shitty editing right there. You know, yeah, if there's something important, yes, you want to see the reactions. But they do that throughout the whole freaking series, is that they hold the reactionary shots way too long.
Thank you
For what?
for helping me find my sister, prove my innocence, clear my name.
I was just doing my duty.
I may never have known for certain I was alive.
See, again, so emotional range on Amandla Steinberg. I'm sorry that I keep getting it wrong. When you see Amanda, you want to say Amanda, but it's actually Amanda. We go from sad that she's leaving to neutral to supposedly happy and thankful, and you don't see any kind of a range on her.
And thanks to you, I've seen her with my own eyes. Even if I failed to stop her.
I figured you'd stay until we apprehended her. I mean, you must be curious after all this time.
May is the Jedi's problem now. And I'm not a Jedi.
She's supposed to be showing remorse.
Don't tell me you'll miss me.
And yes, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I have a crush on you and you have a crush on me. Come on. You could have been more subtle about it. I mean, honestly, if I'm going to show the love of two characters like this, knowing that, yes, it's not, how can I say this delicately, the norm, I would make it more impactful. Maybe the old cliche of maybe she saves her while she's hanging off of a cliff or something. So something like that. Show some kind of history of thoughtfulness between the two of them. Don't just shove it in your face like a phone book.
You care about me. You mourn the years lost between the two of you.
Someone must find May before she does any more harm. But it's not me. I can't. Next time I'm on Coruscant, though, I'll look you up. And we'll go to a cantina and trade stories about Master Soul.
Did you say goodbye to him?
So, was that her attempt at asking her out, or is it just something that's superficial as, hey, let's just go and hang out and tell stories about our old master? Very, very unclear. and it's very unclear as to whether the princess accepted it or not. She just looks indifferent. All right, I'm going to spare y'all a little bit and jump ahead some. Again, a very long shot that should not have been in there. I mean, if I had all the footage right here and I edited it down, instead of us being about 4 minutes into this, we'd only be about 2.5.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I wouldn't just take off if I were you. Kofar is massively uncharted. I know bounty hunters won't set foot in these forests.
Little foreshadowing here. You notice how clumsy they make him throughout the entire series. So just keep that in mind. And this is the same girl. This is Amandla Steinberg. And again, there's no range. She looks exactly the same here as the evil twin as she does as the good twin.
Oh, but you have.
Yes, I have. To find the Wookiee. And it was hard. That is one Jedi who doesn't want to be found.
See, again, the landscape, things like that, looks pretty good to me. It does look like a similarity between Kashyyyk, which is the home world of the Wookiees.
You went in there and risked your life for my master.
No, I risked my life to help you.
You know what? I actually take that back. I think that her acting is suited more towards the villain because she shows a lot more expression as the evil twin than she does as the good twin. So I will take that back. Amandla Steinberg, not that you'll ever see this video or give a damn, but I think as the villain, that's probably where you need to be.
Admit it. You need me. You know, your sister being alive doesn't change anything. You need to kill the Wookiee. You made a deal.
How would he know what the deal is?
There's 3 hours of sunlight left. Let's get going.
Okay. Follow me.
And again, we could have cut it as a editor.
Follow me.
As a filmmaker, I would have extended that.
You kill the Wookiee. You made a deal.
So here's what I would have done, right?
There's 3 hours of sunlight left.
As they go to
Let's
leave,
get going.
Okay.
as they go to
Follow me.
leave, I would have just had them walk out of frame and do either a J cut or a jump cut right there. And for those of you that are not video editors, J cuts and L cuts are where you overlap one scene with the audio of the other, or you underlap it from one scene to the other with the audio. Because who cares? We don't have to see them walking all the way across the bridge. So there's no purpose to the story. Now we get their intro. What's that whole melody is part of the intro? All right, here comes a big contention in the fandom or fan base of Star Wars. This guy here on the right is the one in the prequels that said that the Sith have not been seen for millennia. The time frame of this entire show is 100 years before the prequels. During the prequels, this man was 70 years old. And let's see if I can pull that up. Here we go. From Star Wars Theory himself. which is an awesome creator. I like a lot of his work. But let's take a look here. According to the prequels, 2003, the top trump card was this character, Cal Adi Mundi. Look at the age, 70 years old, white beard, obviously aged. You know, he's looking like an old man. Totally get that. But again, 70 years old, and this is supposed to be 100 years before all this. So that would make him. Well, here, let's take a look. He looks like he's in his 30s and 40s right there. Add 100 years. So he'd be like 140. Which, by the way, if you go to Wikipedia, they do change his age. Why would you have to change his age if your writers and your showrunner actually knew what the hell the canon and lore is? But I guess that's the thing. These people don't. And this is what $180 million buys Star Wars and Disney. I'm sorry, Disney Star Wars.
She is fast, but weak. Her emotions guide her every choice in combat.
Yet there is skill there.
Yes, someone has trained her.
But who?
She doesn't know her master's identity, but she fears him.
So they know that there's a master. And anybody that knows the old canon, aka extended universe, aka the legends that Disney threw out, there's always two, a master and apprentice. The master who holds the power and knowledge, the apprentice who seeks to gain the power and knowledge. That's from the rule of two. But then again, you would actually have to know about Star Wars to know that shit.
An apprentice who doesn't know their master. It's absurd.
Could this be a splinter order? Or something worse?
This girl could become a major threat.
She's
By the way, I'm going to go ahead and ignore the fact that all the Jedi look like walking mustard bottles.
not disciplined.
Yet she eluded you.
The green one is Leslie Headland's wife. That's right, her wife was casted as one of the main Jedi figures. Boy, must be nice to be married into Hollywood, huh?
And she killed 2 Jedi Masters.
Yes, the maid targeted these 3.
4. Including you, Sol. The 4 Jedi stationed on her home planet when she was a child. How odd.
Keep in mind, we've already seen this in the last episode. So she is repeating the last episode, I guess for the benefit of the other Jedi. Okay. Master Saul, the actor's name escapes me. I apologize. He's like the only good actor in the entire series.
She turns up all these years later, trained by one of our own.
You think a Jedi taught her?
Even a hologram can tell me that.
We must alert the High Council.
The High Council would be obliged to inform the Senate. A scandal like this would inspire fear and mistrust. We should handle this ourselves.
Does that sound familiar to all my Star Wars fans out there? You know, episode 3. Hey, Palpatine's the bad guy. We should take it to the council. We should take it to the Senate. No, we can't do that because that's a failure on our part, and it would be politically used against us. Oh no. Again, not original content here.
We must learn who trained her. Master Holden, extract Kalnaka from his post on Kofar and intercept May.
And if she doesn't come peacefully?
I'm not expecting it to come to that.
Then you're an idiot.
This meeting is adjourned.
Master Balestra, please.
Why didn't you tell me about this?
I did, as soon as I knew.
No, Sol. 16 years ago. Why didn't you tell me there was a chance this poor girl survived?
If I thought there was, of course I would have.
Why does this matter? Why are you butthurt about it? The Jedi are supposed to have no emotional attachments, lady, and yet you are angry and you're upset at him. Boy, you gotta be careful about being angry, don't you? Isn't that against the Jedi way?
But it's awful. No one could have survived that. Let me be the one to bring her in.
Your personal connection with her and her sister is not a benefit here.
May's objective is not solely her own. You must know that.
I fear May is only a small part of her master's larger plan.
Be careful with the fear. Fear leads to anger and despair, which leads to the dark side.
A plan that is difficult to see. Some sort of shift. Something to tip the scales.
If she resists arrest and Holden neutralizes her,
It won't come to that.
then the Her Master will truly be lost to us. She will not surrender without getting something in return.
Do we have something she wants?
Again, not the Jedi way to basically lure somebody else out into a trap like this. But I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. This is 100 years before the prequels. But notice the exchange there. It's just so forced, so unnatural. Who really cares at this point?
How do you kill a Jedi without a weapon? It has to be some sort of test, right? You engage unarmed, but can use their saber if you disarm them? Or
All right, I'm going to do a little experiment here. So bear with me. All right, so you can cut there with the wipe. And let's see if this whole next section is even relevant.
how do you kill a Jedi without a weapon? It has to be some sort of test, right? You engage unarmed, but can use their saber if you disarm them? Or is that cheating? I'm just curious how you're gonna do it this time. You failed so much.
I didn't fail. I killed Indara and I killed Torben.
But you killed them your way. You have to kill the Wookiee without a weapon. Your master wants
What kind
you
of deal
to.
did you make with him?
I didn't. We didn't.
Yeah, I would have cut and opened up just a little bit before this when he talks about killing the Wookiee without the weapon.
Torben.
But you killed them your way. You have to kill the Wookiee without.
Or in fact, actually, I would have started it when he says, "Man, you failed so much." So that would have been another minute and a half to 2 minutes saved.
A weapon. Your master wants
What
you
kind of
to.
deal did you make with him?
I didn't. We didn't exactly. I just owe him. You know how he is. He collects people.
I've never seen his face. Have you?
You know I haven't. Oh look, there it is. The perimeter.
Can't believe my sister's Jedi scum. What was she like when you spoke to her?
All right, we're back. So apparently YouTube does not give a damn about fair use, but hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and look at some of the finer points. So in this conversation between the two, Saul basically convinces her to be the guinea pig or the person that they're going to lay the trap on. Again, nobody cares, and then we have this little interaction here. You got this creature apparently taking interest in her little droid. Which, I have mixed feelings about this guy. In one hand, he's kind of cute, like a lost cat. In the other hand, not so much. So they're looking at each other, blah, blah, blah. And he pulls out a water gun. Oh my goodness. All right. And I'm going to turn this on for a second so that we can see something else that has been... Oh, come on. There we go. Something else that has been making the rounds that's being stupid.
What's that?
What's that?
That's Basil.
That's Basil.
Is he?
Is he or they with us? Is he or they with us? Why not just say, is that with us? And let her say, oh, well, he is with us. But no, they made it a very, very important point to put, is he or they with us? And the backlash from the Lucas people have been, oh, well, you're just a phobic or an is because you don't like the new pronouns, It's like they completely missed the point of immersing ourselves in entertainment, which is to be entertained and not to have to have pronouns and social issues slammed in our face like this. So is he or they with us?
Or they with us?
That's just, like I said, it served no point. They land. Hey, come on, YouTube, really? All right, we're back. So I got a couple more points. Just bear with me. Apparently, these pod creatures or pod things on the trees are creatures. Hosha touched one of them, which finally we see the lightsaber ignite it, and he kills the creature. Which I tell you what, I like his stance. I like how he portrays pulling out that lightsaber. Not bad.
I have it.
Says I have it. The creature's up here. Had a nice little POV shot, and it's dead. All right, that's a highlight for me. I think that was done pretty good. She also told him at one point, I think I'm reconnecting with the Force because I felt it. The rest of this is just them walking through the woods, the forest, like they're lost. There's a little dialogue between, let's see, little dialogue between these two. She's basically second guessing herself. This guy, the whole series, he's been acting like he's the dumb idiot. She needs a break. He goes to get water. Jedi are still have lost their tracker, the they it thing. He catches. Hold on, here we go. She catches him in essentially a rabbit trap, hang him up by his feet, and then tells him, "I'm no longer dark. I'm going to go and turn myself into the Jedi." At which point he's like, "Yeah, but you killed 2 Jedi masters. You're gonna go to prison." Well, not if I tell them what I know about our master. Again, very, very crappy premise. But she leaves him there. Let's see. Jedi are still walking through. She comes up on the hut or the abandoned ship where the Wookiee lives. And apparently, lightsabers can kill people now. See if I can get a good shot of that. There's the Wookiee. He's not responding. She's giving herself up to him. He's just sitting there. She has no idea. She should be looking concerned, but instead she looks like she's trying to drop a deuce. And there we see it, ladies and gentlemen. The lightsabers can kill again. I mean, you can just be cut in half. You can be stabbed through the stomach multiple times. Have your arms chopped off, your legs chopped off. But apparently just getting touched across the chest is what kills you now. This is just, again, crappy writing. So he's dead. She obviously didn't kill him. The Jedi show up, tell her to surrender herself. Instead of coming out and surrendering herself, she hides. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, YouTube, in case you don't know, at the bottom of my stream is the fair use. Because under the fair use doctrine of the United States copyright statute, it is permissible to use limited portions of a work, including quotes, for purposes such as commentary and criticism. By the way, anybody in the audience, if you know good lawyers that I can sue YouTube, please feel free to hit me up. Because here's the deal. If I sue and I get a shit ton of money, I'll be making a fan film that's a hell of a lot better than this crap for $180 million. Alright, so real quick, we're here outside the hut. It is now nighttime. And there's your Sith Master. Wow, Dark Jedi, mysterious person, whatever they want to call it. The thing looks just like a Kylo Ren wannabe. Even has like over exaggerated teeth for a smile. They're all like, who are you? Oh, and during all of this, May is in the abandoned ship. Let's see. Osha is standing right there, frozen in fear. He just looks at her, ignites the saber like he's going to kill her, which makes the Jedi ignite their saber and get ready for combat. They charge him, and oh look, one little force push, and they all fly away. And you would think that's bad, right? Except that is their cliffhanger. So literally is a 24-minute long episode if you don't include the credits. Directed by Alex Garcia Lopez. Let's see. These writers apparently don't know anything about Star Wars. And here we go. Created by Leslie Headland, personal assistant to Harvey Weinstein during his bad years. Executive producer. Co-executive producers. Also, Kathleen Kennedy is one of the executive producers. She needs to really just disappear. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's basically the entire episode. If they would have made the edits proper, then honestly, that 24 minutes could have just been 20, maybe even 15. So, you're probably asking yourselves, well, Tiny, you're being awfully critical on these people. Certainly, the rest of the audience, certainly there's people out there that like it. Yeah, 14% of the audience likes it. Leslie Headland, Disney, Star Wars, Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, and now even Dave Filoni, because he came in to help save this. You all have alienated 86% of your audience. That's terrible. Like, what the hell are y'all thinking? Business standpoint, you don't want to piss off more than half of your fan base. Well, guess what? You have pissed off 86% of your fan base. And yes, of course, the top critics, they're saying it's certified fresh with 72%. All critics are saying it's 84% great. Right. Well, let's take a look at the audience here. One person says such a great show. After Kenobi and Ahsoka adding this to the mix really shows we're in the midst of a great Star Wars renaissance. Shame on Rotten Tomatoes for letting people review bomb things like this. They have no real critiques. Right. I just gave you a shit ton of critiques. Let's see. What a letdown. Doesn't feel like it's part of the Star Wars universe. Poorly written. So, Jeremy T., according to Greg W., is poorly written. So there's a critique. Seen better plots in kid cartoons. Let's see. Episode 1 and 2 showed promise. I doubt that. Episode 3 was a dumpster fire. Other than they brought back Carrie Ann Moss for a flashback, I didn't want to see the show to be this bad. I didn't want this show to be bad. Yeah, well, it is bad. This show keeps getting more ridiculous every episode, does not follow Star Wars lore, and have completely unconvincing plot points. That sounds like a good critique right there. So how is Acolyte people handling this? Let's see. Screen Rant says, "Oh, this goes on about Mundy's age. I already addressed that earlier. If we go by the new canon, Mundy was apparently 140 years old." Here we go. Vulture, another Disney shill media. The Acolyte is not the Star Wars you were looking for. Let's take a look. Maybe space witches are actually cool. Yeah, okay. In case y'all didn't know, last episode they brought in all these space witches, which they stole from Dave Filoni in the Clone Wars animated series with the Night Sisters. Let's see. Maybe the EU/Legends is actually rich with narrative opportunity. Thank you. We've all been saying that. The problem is they're not going with the EU or with Legends. They're making up their own crap, and it's worse than anything in the world. Let's see. Maybe all that backstory isn't really necessary. The whole show's not necessary. Oh, of course. Maybe the Jedi are fascist. Oh, no, not a ist. Really? Let's see. Star Wars is perhaps our most strict, right and wrong, white and black franchise. Is it, though? Is it really? Because I seem to remember a lot of things in Star Wars that were not quite black and white. Oh, God. This one. Maybe protagonists who aren't white men are actually not a big deal. No shit. Look at Ahsoka. We loved it. Look at Mando. You're telling me that Pedro is a white man? Come on. Look at Leia. Look at insert any Star Wars film with a strong female lead, which is quite a bit. And here's the thing. It's not a matter of if they're leads or not. It's a matter of the characters. Are they strong characters that were written great, who have a great personality and support the story? Or are they weak characters who have zero to no emotional range in their acting and who are given a story that actually sucks? And let me ask you, when was the last time the Sith were not relevant? The Sith have been relevant in the entire Star Wars saga. Well, yeah, even the sequels. Maybe the Scream narrative is actually subversive. Again, you can see they are blaming every single buddy except for themselves. Gross food. Hot smugglers are always welcomed. All right, other than Han Solo, what smuggler have we seen that is hot? I'll wait. Anybody? Yeah, I didn't think so either. So again, I've been saying this whole time, $180 million budget. Where did the budget go? A significant portion, $49.2 million, is dedicated to pre-production costs. Yeah, this sounds about right. You have to buy the locations, the outfits, the props, the scenery, the makeup, the equipment, the crew, all of that. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. But then we get to this. $130 million for reshoots and post production. But here, let's go to the full article. And yes, that's Leslie Headland there. Doesn't she look like she knows anything about Star Wars? Let's see, offering new perspective, blah, blah, blah. Here's the mother father of the twins. All right, so let's see, 49.2 million to pre-production. And then look how they say this. The remaining 130 million is for reshoots, post-production, and guaranteeing that the final product meets the highest standard of quality. Yeah, except for 86% of the audience is saying that your stuff is shit. Let's see. The Acolyte budget is even more astronomical than the original trilogy budget. All 3 movies of the original trilogy. And more than any movie of the prequels. For reference, the New Hope budget was 11 million. Empire Strikes Back was 30.5 million. Return of the Jedi was 32.5 for only $74 million. Let's see what else they say. Phantom Menace, which would be Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones had budgets of 115 million. Revenge of the Sith had 113 million. But none of them come close to 8 45-minute episodes. Oh, God. 45 minutes, really? Let's see. Andor holds the title for a $250 million budget for its first season. By the way, Andor is a hell of a lot better. Darth Teeth by fans. Yes, because, hey, that's what he looks like. All right, I'm done with that. Like, seriously. This says it all right here. We are halfway through the series. 8 episodes. We are 4 episodes in, and the audience hates it. It's 14%. Disney, Lucas, what the hell are y'all doing? Get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. Get rid of Harvey Weinstein's personal assistants during his bad years. And make some real good content. There are fan films that are 1,000 times better than this with less than 10% of the budget. You know, films that were made for $5, $6, $7, $8, even $10,000 are a hell of a lot better than what you're spending $180 million for. I love my pre-Disney Star Wars. I enjoyed Mandalorian. I enjoyed Book of Boba Fett. I enjoyed Ahsoka. But I will be honest with you. The only reason I like Book of Fett and Ahsoka is for the nostalgia of it. Because I remember the Clone Wars. And I said, hey, the Clone Wars weren't that bad. I enjoyed them. And they followed through with some pretty good stuff. But if I did not know anything about Ahsoka or Boba Fett, I wouldn't have cared. Which means that the only good show that I enjoyed was Mandalorian and Andor. And the only reason I like Andor again is because it was well written. Leslie Headland has no idea how to direct a good production. And it shows obvious in her freaking show here. Honestly, Disney, Lucasfilms, y'all need to ask her for a damn refund. Because guess what? I don't like this show. And 86% of the audience does not like this show. That tells you right now it's a massive failure. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you. I appreciate y'all sticking with me. YouTube, you and me are going to have to talk about some of these issues because obviously everything in the stream was fair use. And if you don't like it, you can kiss my shiny metal Mandalorian butt. Alright, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you. Please hit the like button. Hit subscribe. Turn your notifications on. Please share the channel. As all of y'all know, or as most of you know who followed me from my other channel, this is my secondary channel. And I have this so that I can do, more fun stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a great day. And I'll see y'all in the next one.